Stanley, turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Who's that?
Stanley, I'm not going to keep telling you. Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
What are you talking about?
Stanley?
Stop.
Stanley, turn around and put your hands behind your back. Do it now.
Stanley.
Stop or I'm going to tase you. Taser, taser, taser.
How a drug dealer's worst fears came true from Code Blue Cam. My friends, welcome back to Attorney Reacts. Let's jump into it.
In June 2023, police received several tips concerning the illicit sale of drugs in the area of Coon Valley, Wisconsin. Based on information obtained from a reliable source, 33-year-old Stanley Holt and 39-year-old Julia Lloyd were allegedly involved with trafficking significant amounts of methamphetamine and fentanyl throughout La Crosse, Vernon, and Monroe counties in Wisconsin, as well as in Houston County in Minnesota. Additionally, there were reports suggesting that Julia was expecting to receive a large amount of fentanyl in the mail. Following this, deputies and investigators from various law enforcement agencies were called upon to aid the La Crosse Police Department in executing a search warrant at the suspect's residence in Coon Valley, Wisconsin. For safety concerns and to prevent evidence tampering, police opted to contact Stanley and Julia away from their residence before conducting the search warrant.
Smart.
Stanley has a history of evading law enforcement, resisting arrest, and violent confrontations with officers. Furthermore, he was on probation for offenses, including possession with intent to distribute amphetamine, resisting arrest resulting in officer injury, and armed burglary. He was also released from prison in early 2022 after serving time for drug charges. On June 12th, during surveillance, an investigator observed Stanley leave his residence and follow another vehicle to a village park, where a male from the other vehicle entered Stanley's before leaving. Later, a deputy
that guy
noticed
kind of does
Stanley
look like a
and
drug
the
dealer, though.
unidentified male parked on a roadside, likely engaging in a drug deal. When the deputy approached, they quickly got back into the car.
Hey, I'm out with the vehicle here, ATM 4222 lane. I think this is occupied ×2. They're continuing ahead of me.
A traffic stop was then initiated, during which Stanley pulled into a random driveway. As the deputy approached Stanley's vehicle, he claimed he was having car problems.
Oh, your car's acting up. Well, it looks like a nice car.
No, it doesn't.
It's all right.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's
Cool.
okay.
All right, that's a cool car.
It's got some electric problems.
You guys live up here somewhere?
I live right here.
Oh, okay.
My dad owns it.
Oh, okay. Perfect. I actually need to talk to you about something about some dogs.
Can we take this cop seriously? Oh, perfect. Does it? I actually need to talk to you about some dogs. That's crazy.
Come back here and talk with me real quick?
Dog?
Yeah, yep. Just come back here and talk with me quick. 15, I'm gonna,
Is
you know,
the dog
whatever
like
here.
a canine
You guys
dog?
got some pit bulls?
I got like tumors all over him. He's
Your pit bull
old.
does?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's old. He's 14.
Gotcha. Okay.
He has these.
Yeah. Actually, here, Stan.
He has these.
Here. I need you to turn around, put your hands behind your back for a second, okay? Yep.
What?
Yep. You're being really cool, but I just need to talk. We just need to detain you for a second here, okay?
Why?
Because I told you to. Turn around behind your.
What?
We have some stuff we need to talk with you about, okay?
What are you talking?
Stanley, turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Come on.
Who's that?
Do
Stanley,
it.
I'm not
no,
going to
no,
keep telling you. Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
It's really
Stanley?
easy.
Stop.
Stanley, turn around and put your hands behind your back.
What are you
Do it
doing?
now.
Stanley.
Stop or I'm going to tase you.
Oh, dude.
Taser, taser. Stop.
I mean, he warned him.
Behind your back, then. Behind your back, then. Behind your back. You're going to get it again. Okay, behind your back.
Bring your hands behind your back. Do it now.
Behind your back, Stanley.
Get the guy in the other car.
Okay.
Okay, then put your hand behind your back.
Oh, man. Tasers are a police officer's best friend, right? Because they do love to shoot people, and it doesn't really leave a mark, and you get your guy, and it's legal. But not always legal. But this guy was fleeing, so they're allowed to use that amount of force. But he gave him every chance to just be pleasantly arrested.
Trying to fight Stanley.
Need some help here.
Due to his continued resistance, an additional 50,000 volts were kindly provided.
Stop.
Hey, I can't breathe.
Put your hands behind your back. Put it behind your back.
I can't breathe.
Put it behind your back. Taser, taser,
Here it comes.
Ow! Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Okay, okay.
Stop fighting,
No
Stan. This is
matter
not gonna
how
help.
badly you hate being face down in the dirt with a cop's knee on your back and cuffs on your hands, it's not as bad as a second tasing. Just get arrested, bro.
I'm gonna cycle it again if you don't put your hands behind your back. Quit being stupid.
Please don't.
Hold on. Hold on.
Ow!
I mean, he's still resisting.
15 log guy. I'm
2
good.
taser deployments and 1
I'm not doing nothing. Hey.
He's not doing nothing now.
Ouch!
Don't move.
Stop
Hey
moving.
guys,
Stanley.
let me breathe.
Okay.
Then stop trying to pull away from us.
I'm not. I'm cool. Come on, I'm f***ing handcuffed. I'm not going anywhere, dude.
I got probes. 1 here, 2. Stanley, can we remove this probe from your side?
What?
Can we pull this other probe out? Okay. Figured you wouldn't care, but we like that.
Sound
I
effect.
know what was showing you. Here, help me out.
Just hold on, buddy. Sit up. Sit on your butt.
I can't breathe.
Right there. See any weapons on you?
The second male occupant was also taken out of the vehicle and arrested.
Have you come back and sit on this seat here?
A lot less action with male occupant number 2.
Why were you running from us?
Not his first rodeo.
Jogging?
He's just all of a sudden wants to freaking.
Come on, to detain you.
You were getting a little sketched out, Stan.
Huh?
I can tell you were getting a little
asking me
sketched
about
out.
my dogs.
Yeah.
Get down in the comments and vote right now. Stan, he's high during this drug deal, right? He doesn't seem sober to me.
All right. Yeah, we're just gonna sit here for right now, okay?
I smoked my cigarette.
Not right now.
Maybe if you're a cooperative, Stan.
I was talking to him, and then he told me to put my hands behind my back for no reason.
Stan, I'm just gonna look at you, make sure there's no other probes in you anywhere, okay? You feel any anywhere?
Yeah.
You got anything in your pockets that we need to know about, Stan?
I'm gonna just double lock check these and make sure they're double locked so they don't get tightened up on here, okay? All right, here, give me a second. I'll try to loosen it just a teeny little bit. Just hold still. You don't need to do anything.
We'll just hold on, okay?
Yeah, we'll
We'll explain it all.
you're gonna find all about it in a second here.
Who's the other guy? Do you know what the other guy is? I think he was doing a delivery because they met down in the park. Yep. Hopped into his car and took a ride.
Sitting at the stop sign, pulling in, and I'm trying to look down.
The lead investigator on this case is not here right now, okay? So it's gonna be just a little bit, okay?
You got some in the car?
I didn't know they were up here already.
Yeah, well, I just found that out.
I'm not gonna run.
You got to see. Okay, listen.
Well, you already did it once.
It is really tight.
Well, we can maybe try to adjust them in a minute, but you haven't made this easier for yourself. This could have been real
Fair.
calm, real chill.
What?
Here, actually,
I don't even understand.
why don't we just use this car here? Yep. I'm just gonna search you quick. Yep. Yeah, that's why I told you were just being detained. Stan, I'm gonna check your pockets here quick, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
A search was conducted on Stanley, and a large roll of cash totaling more than $2,500 was discovered.
Because you're gonna go in the back of my car. We got quite a bit of cash here. I don't really want that. You got like a bag or something?
You can put it on there.
You got a bag or something I can put some stuff
Yeah, we'll grab one.
in? I just don't want your money to blow away here. Probably won't be very
Hey,
happy
I want
if
you to
that
talk
happens.
about a dog with me.
I'm not.
That's something we can maybe talk here. I don't have a lighter for you right now, okay? Let me finish searching your stuff and we'll pockets, and once we find a lighter, maybe we can let you have
How
one.
big
You
are
got any
these
weapons
dudes'
or anything anywhere?
pockets?
No weapons, man.
How about
It's
in
so
the
much
car?
in there.
Okay.
I appreciate that, but you did once already, so now you know we gotta make sure it doesn't happen again, right? But you don't want to get tased again, right?
Dude, that shit hurts.
I imagine.
Yep, I'm just checking your pockets here because you're gonna
Lot
go
of
back to my
cigarette
car, and
boxes.
I don't want anything back there that shouldn't be there.
Sometimes
Or any
it's not
weapons or guns
always
or anything
just
like
cigarettes.
You guys didn't read me any rights.
You're not being arrested. Well, at least you weren't before. You were just being detained. Yep.
So what?
That means we were going to hang out a little bit, and I was going to place you in handcuffs for both of our safety until somebody who needs to talk to you could get here. Get anything in your shoes at all?
I kind of take issue with what this guy is saying, and here's why. Once you are not free to go, you're arrested. And it's not legally true, not factually accurate to say that the guy is like not arrested. They need to read him his rights. He's not free to go, period. That's a weird thing for him to say. Just Mirandize that guy.
Sorry if I freaked you out. I think before we have you sit in my car, though, here, is there anything behind this belt buckle at all?
No. What?
Take it off.
We just got here. No, we aren't going to let him fall off. We just don't want to miss anything.
So, you're asking me about my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's about the dogs?
Do you back up?
What's
Put on
that?
your pants on, man.
You got a couple of shirts on there. Before we go in the car, I'd like you to humor me and just kick your shoes off for me real quick. We'll let you put them back on. I just want to make sure there's nothing in there. I've had
Why are you-
a couple of bad experiences with that, so.
shoot all the time.
Yeah, we're just checking.
So all you guys showed up for what? To talk to her.
Let's put your foot in there. I promise it's gonna all be explained to you here shortly, okay? You just gotta kind of bear with us, all right? Everything takes a little time. We're gonna take a walk over here real quick and just have a seat in the back of my car for a minute.
You put me in handcuffs.
What side do you want?
Let's go on the passenger side. I can detain somebody
Right, but you didn't
if I have a reason,
But you didn't tell me
and I did.
before. And what was the reason, sir?
We can talk about it. Just have a seat for me right now, okay?
You guys really ain't gonna let me smoke a cigarette?
I never said that.
Not right this time.
If you keep being really cool and cooperative, I'll go see where your cigarettes went, okay? And then we'll talk. We'll see about it in a little bit. But right now, I'd like you to sit in my car for me, okay?
I mean, it's super cool.
I tell you what, if you sit there, we'll light up a cigarette and you can smoke it and you
This
can sit
guy
with your
is
feet out of the
crashing.
car and just sit on the seat there. Will that work
He's not
for you?
doing great.
I promise. Go ahead and sit down for me.
But obviously, we're not taking the cuffs off.
Yep. Yeah, the cuffs have to stay on. But if you sit down, I don't want you to fall over. Okay, just sit right there. Your mouth there.
You have a lighter in there, too?
I cannot believe the customer service. Look, I have on this channel said over and over that Wisconsin police officers are the nicest ones in America, and they're proving me right yet again. This is crazy.
For me, all right? That's part of the deal.
Little excitement you didn't probably expect today, huh?
So the dog has alerted, which means there's drugs in the car, drug paraphernalia, or whatever, that's fine. None of that is necessarily admissible in court, and the arrest could be thrown out if they didn't have probable cause to stop them. And honestly, like, just kind of sitting at a stop sign on a basically dirt road is kind of shady, but not necessarily like reason to pull someone over. However, if they have an arrest warrant for these guys, which I think is what they told us at the beginning of the video, they can do a search incident to arrest, and voila.
I don't know how long you guys will be. She might have to leave here.
We have a tow truck coming, so we'll get it out of here as soon as we can. And then we can move our
I
cars.
mean, we can get around it here, too.
Whatever you need us to move, let us know. We can move it.
No, that's fine. I just letting her know what's going on.
Okay.
Here, I got one in my car. Here, I'll grab one on the front. Yes, sir.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they just ended up pulling in here, so we didn't expect them to come here. Good, Bobby?
Maybe Matt out. You got it. Matt's just better at lighting up smokes than I am. Yeah. Yep. We're just gonna hang out and we're not gonna have any more problems.
When you told me, you gotta understand, I've been arrested a few times, and
Okay.
it's like some PTSD.
Little PTSD.
So they get them under, you take off running.
I don't know. When we crested the hill, Rich and they were on the ground fighting, the two burning guys and the target. And I ran over there, and he was on his stomach, but he wasn't giving us hands. So I gave him a couple of warnings, taser warnings, didn't do it. So I got him right in the back, and then he complied. But he already been
Like
tased
you do.
once too. So I don't know if the second probe wasn't in him on that first taser.
And he's on his way down to the house, so who wants to go over there with somebody's thing? Has that been searched? Search it. I got a tow on the way. I'll go with you guys to meet Andy at the house.
All right, you guys take that.
Yep, I'll stay here and take that with me.
So why didn't you come into my house and talk?
How would that have worked out? If you would have knocked on the door, I don't think you would have probably answered the door, would you? Seems to be how it usually works. I don't know. It's not my case. I'm just saying that that'd be my first thought. Okay, let's just sit down for me, all right? That's part of the deal, remember?
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, just have a sit.
Are
seat
they
for me.
gonna come ask you a cigarette for him?
Yeah, they're supposed to be tight. They're not really made for comfort.
So who is it that's coming to talk to you?
It's an investigator with the La Crosse Police Department.
And what's he want?
That's what he's going to talk to you about. So I'm not going to, go into his stuff. I don't have the full story. Actually, I don't know that much of it. So it's going to be just stuff he needs to talk to you about. I think it'll all make sense to you eventually.
I said, what was so hard about saying that?
That the investigator was going to come talk to you. So would that have made any difference?
Yeah, I mean, at least tell a guy what's going on, not just.
If you want to go ahead and hop all the way in for me, okay? I guess he wants to talk to you at the sheriff's department. So that's what we're going to do, okay?
Smoke one more cigarette.
Oh, wow.
We need to get going. I'm sorry.
What if
I let
they
you
told
have
him yes,
one,
though?
which
That
is
would be
more than
hilarious.
most officers would do, especially after you just ran from them and made you tase you. So, but anyway, I do need you to put your feet in the car so we can get going here, okay? Do you need a hand at all? You're kind of a big guy. Just take it easy there. Okay, get in the car, Stanley.
You really can't.
Scoot all the way in, Stan. Just swing your feet around in front of you here, okay?
I can't feel my hands.
Okay, they're fine, Stan. I already checked them. The quicker you get in the car, the quicker we can get to the sheriff's department, and then we can get them. We can just take them right off you, okay? Put your back up against the seat here like how you would normally sit. I know it's a little tight, but I'm pretty sure you can get your back over against the back of the seat there, okay? And I do
Pardon
need
my
you to do that
language.
right now. You know what I mean?
But you could get your
Just
butt over.
slide that way. Try to get your back up against the back of the seat there for me.
The search revealed a substantial quantity of meth and an unknown substance, potentially meth or fentanyl. Due to indications of potential drug influence, he was transported to a hospital for a blood draw.
So why don't you go ahead and have a seat back in there again for me, and we're going to head right to the hospital, okay? All right, so I'm going to head over to the hospital here.
Law enforcement then rolled up to Stanley's residence and executed the search warrant. Julia answered the door and was subsequently arrested. Upon searching and tearing the living shit out of the residence, officers discovered multiple plastic bags containing illegal drugs and drug paraphernalia scattered throughout. More than 3 pounds of meth were seized, alongside with other substances including heroin, fentanyl, and cocaine. Additionally, numerous empty bags commonly used for drug distribution were found, along with cash totaling over $49,000. Julia consented to investigators accessing her phone, revealing text messages related to drug transactions. Furthermore, a canine unit alerted officers to a vehicle parked outside the residence, where a search uncovered a 1-pound package wrapped in black electrical tape suspected of containing methamphetamine. Julia was eventually taken into an interview room at the sheriff's office. However, she exercised her right to remain silent. Stanley was charged with felony counts of possession with intent, meth, fentanyl, maintaining a drug trafficking place, misdemeanor counts of resisting obstructing an officer, possession of drug paraphernalia, and operating with a restricted controlled substance, second offense, all repeated charges. Julia was charged with felony counts of possession with intent, meth, fentanyl, maintaining a drug trafficking place, and misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia, all repeated charges too. Subsequently, both were each given a $500,000 cash bond and eventually indicted on federal drug charges, ultimately being found guilty. The third male who was with Stanley during his arrest was released on a $2,000 signature bond with conditions. As of April 2024, Stanley received a federal prison sentence of 11.5 years, to be followed by 5 years of supervised release. Julia, on the other hand, was sentenced to 6.5 years in federal prison, also to be followed by 5 years of supervised release.
It was a clever strategy by the officers to do the arrest of him away from the home. They de-risked the situation because obviously there's more likelihood of weapons in a home, and it made for some pretty great YouTube content, if I do say so. And if you want more good YouTube content, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, check us out. The new videos, they just keep coming at you. See ya.
Big verdict.